I quit watching porn at 19 after a 6-year addiction. That's helped me become disciplined in all areas of life, like the gym, pretty much everything. My life's just a whole lot better. Porn was ruining it. It's shit. So I relapsed a lot, especially on NoFap. And here's what I learned. And here's how to actually quit watching porn. So number one, it's not a big deal, right? Each time you relapse, who gives a shit, right? That's the attitude you need to have. Who cares? Yeah? Because the more you care, the more you beat yourself up about it, the more you're going to do it again. Because when do you watch porn? You watch it when you're sad, when you're lonely, you're depressed, you're shameful, you feel guilty. So when you relapse once, you've done it once, you beat yourself up, you say you're a loser, you can only do that because you can't get girls, you're this, you're that, you're pathetic. You're putting yourself in a negative vibration. You're making yourself feel guilty and shameful. And when you feel those emotions, you watch porn. So that's why 10 minutes later, you watch it again. Because you feel so shit, because you've told yourself you're an idiot, that you need to watch porn to make yourself feel better. So now you've done it twice. Then, once I've done it at this point, I was on NoFap and I was like, oh, I've reset my NoFap streak. I'm on day 0, I might as well go again. So I do it 3 times, right? Think of the self-esteem I had. I thought I was a complete, utter loser because of that. Because I kept telling myself that, it would put me in a negative mood. When I was in a negative mood, I watched porn. It's that simple. So it's easier said than done, but just forgive yourself, really. Because the more you beat yourself up, the more chance you're going to do it again. And then it's just a vicious cycle. Just forgive yourself. Imagine the 10-year-old version of you. He's an innocent kid. Would you call him an idiot? Say he's a loser because he can't get girls? No. You'd forgive him because he's a kid. The same kid's inside of you. Just treat it like that. Okay? Don't beat yourself up. Okay? Because the more you do that, the more likely you're going to be upset, the more likely you're going to watch porn again. So just forgive yourself. Especially with the method I'm going to teach you on how to actually quit porn. It doesn't matter if you relapse. In fact, you are allowed to relapse. I'll explain that later. Just forgive yourself. Stop beating yourself up. Realise at least I'm trying to quit porn. Right? The next time you relapse and fail, tell yourself, at least I'm trying to quit. Because most guys my age are losers. They're not even trying to quit. They don't even realise they have a porn addiction. Yeah? You're trying to quit. You're on a great journey. You're watching a video like this. So respect to you. Don't ever beat yourself up again. Okay? Because it's only losers who don't give a shit about their addiction because they would just want to feel comfortable. You're trying to quit, so respect, yeah? If you like my advice, by the way, and if you want to support me, link below is my porn quitting course. I think you will love it. So, the next thing that I realised was, why did I relapse? What was the reason? And you can say, you just got horny. What was the deep reason? Because there's always a deep reason for why you do these bad things. You don't just do it. Now, the deep reason for me, and 99% of you out there, is because you have no goals. Probably thinking, what does that have to do with it? When you've got 0 goals, 0 missions, 0 purpose as a man, you become lost, unfulfilled, and depressed. When you feel lost, unfulfilled, and depressed, you need to feel good, right? Because you're a human. So you turn to porn, video games, junk food to make yourself feel good. That's why you watch it, because you've got no purpose in life. If you had a purpose in life, you'd make progress towards it every day. You'd have an exciting future ahead of you, and the need for porn wouldn't be there because you're already happy. Can you see how this relates? So once I set goals, my happiness doubled. When that happens, the amount you watch porn goes down significantly because we only watch porn when we're sad, right? But when you're not sad, you don't need porn. Set goals and watch your happiness double, right? Also, when you've got 0 goals, 0 purpose, zero anything in your life, you think of your future. What's going to happen? You'll go to a uni or a college, study something you don't want to study for, get a job you don't even like, somehow find a wife, but she'll be mid because you're mid. You'll have kids that are not great, they're average. You'll have, that's your life. It's shit. You're fat, still watching porn because you feel like a loser. That's your life. I'm saying that because that's the average life for most people. So by probability, it's going to be yours because you've not set any goals. That's why everyone's depressed. So when you think of your future, you're like, well, that's a bit shit. I feel bad now. Let me watch some porn to make myself feel good. That's how it works. Why don't you set some goals of getting a 10 out of 10 physique so that you get girls, so that guys are jealous of you. Whatever the reason is, as long as it's not harming anyone, why not? So now you can work towards that every day. Getting rich by helping people so you can retire your mum, so you can have a great life, so you can, retire your wife and give your kids a great life. Now when you think of your future, you've got some balls, so you're saying, yeah, I'll achieve that one day. That's great. That's my future now. Then you become excited. Then you're like, oh, I don't actually want to watch porn now because I'm already happy. That's how it works. When you don't have goals or a future or a ambition, I don't blame you for watching porn because your life's shit. But your life can instantly become better if you just set goals. Write down 1 to 3 long-term goals and watch your addiction just go away, right, within a few weeks, okay? Also, when you're working towards your goals, trying to make money, going to the gym, doing this, doing that, you're taking your energy out of the energy you use to watch porn. So let's imagine you've got 100 energy for the day. It's stupid, but we'll say that. Each day, you use 85 on porn. What about when you go to the gym as soon as you wake up? Then you work on your business. And by the time it's late afternoon, you've used most of your energy points. So the amount you need to watch porn is not there. So you're like, yeah, I can't be bothered. I'm too tired. I've been working on my goals. I don't want to do that shit. It just takes your energy out of watching porn. That is also a benefit of setting goals, right? And finally, how do you actually quit? Because I told you NoFap doesn't work because you're just trying to rush when you get onto NoFap. Because everyone thinks they're going to quit in 2 weeks. Because if they quit porn cold turkey, that's it, the addiction's gone. I thought that. My addiction got worse and I hated my life. Because I've relapsed every 3 days. It doesn't work. And what do you actually do instead? Get onto my system called LessFap. And it's how it sounds. This week, I want you to fap less than you did last week. That's it. Just do it less. If you did it 7 times last week, don't go to 0 like a dickhead this week. Okay? Don't go from 7 to 0. It don't make sense. Go to 5 times this week, then 4 next week, and 2 the week after that. Do that for a few weeks, a couple months. Your addiction's gone. You made more progress in a couple months than you have in 6 years of NoFap. It's that easy because you can still watch porn. Each week you're getting benefits because the less you watch porn, more benefits you get. More confident you are, less anxious, less giving a shit what people think. And when you feel benefits, you're not going to quit. And finally, each week you're noticing benefits. Sorry, I said that one. You are experiencing progress towards a goal of quitting porn. Finally, after years, which feels great. When you make progress at the gym, you feel good. When you start making money, you feel good because it's one of your goals. When you start making progress towards quitting porn, finally, it feels great. And you're not going to give up. You're not going to jack off 6 times in a day. Okay? Because you're not just eliminating porn immediately because you're not ready. You've been watching it every day for years. You are addicted. So to take it away from yourself completely is stupid. So we're keeping porn there, just watching it less and less. It's called progressive deload. If you're into the gym, you know about progressive overload. That's simply where each week you increase the weight. You start off light, and then each week you slightly just about go up. So each week you get stronger. With porn, you're doing the same, just the opposite. Each week you're watching slightly less, slightly less, slightly less, until you're watching it once a week. Then your addiction's not there anymore. If you want to go on NoFap then, go for it. Okay, you can quit cold turkey then because you don't have an addiction anymore. You're not doing it 3 times a day. So go on NoFap. If you relapse on NoFap, then bring it back to point number 1. It ain't a big deal. Forgive yourself and move on. Okay? That's how I quit porn. That's what relapsing taught me. I hope it helped. Subscribe if it did. I make videos like this for free every single day. Again, if you're starting to trust me and like my advice and you want to support me, link below is my porn quitting course. The best one on the internet. If you buy that, you'll quit porn easily. It's very cheap. Once you buy it, if you're interested, by the way, you get a free bonus section which teach you how to speak to girls, attract them, do whatever, because it comes a lot easier when you quit porn. Hope this helped. Goodbye.